only a few days into the new year, and while some of you have started this year on the right foot, some of us are starting out a little slower. That's why today I'm going to break down how to build momentum in the 4 areas of growth that most of us desire to glow up in this year. Oh honey, if you're ready for this episode, get your pen, get your Post-it, get your ambition planner, and let's go. Hello Ambition Babes, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion, also known as the face of ambition, across all social media platforms as well as wherever you stream your podcasts. I help women who are on a glow up journey, who are ready to reinvent themselves and want this year to be different than last. And so if that is content that you are consuming, please make sure that you like this video, hit that notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new one, and make sure that you share it with your sister, your best friend, your cousin, and your partner. Because today we're talking about how to build momentum in the 4 areas that you want to glow up in this year. I don't know a single woman that doesn't have physical, personal, professional, or spiritual goals. And in this episode, I'm going to break down exactly how to build momentum in each of those areas and how to sustain that momentum as you're working towards reaching your most ambitious goals. I got a lot to cover today, honey, so I'm going to jump right into area number 1, which is your physical glow up. If you have watched any of my past content, you know I've recently shared that I have lost over 70 pounds. Although I have lost a significant amount of weight, I'm not even going to tell you all how long it took me. Because of my lack of momentum and seasons in my life, this has been a journey I've been on a lot longer than I should have been. And that is because I lacked the mindset shift that it was going to take to create a sustainable change and build the habits that were going to help me to reach my goal. Have you ever crammed for a test and you stayed up all night reading all of the information and memorizing the formulas? And the next day, whenever you sat down for that test, you knew every single answer. But the moment that you stood up from your desk, you forgot everything that you just learned. That is because you were studying to the test and were not actually creating a habit and learning the information so that it was going to stick with you and become a part of your knowledge bank over time. That is how most of us treat goals that we're working towards. We feel as if we can cram for the exam without making the systemic changes that it's going to take in order to be able to reach the goal, celebrate the win, and maintain it as a lifestyle. This shift has to occur in your mindset. The goal has got to be able to aim for progress over perfection. I know that it's the first of the year and everyone feels like this is the best time to start working on your fitness goals. And I'm not gonna lie, this is an amazing time for you to start taking your health seriously. But if you're watching this video January 1st or August 30th, today is still a good day to start. We assume that we have to start absolutely perfect in order for us to be able to sustain any goal that we have. We feel like if we don't make the menu, do the grocery shopping, meal prep, and have everything tucked away in the refrigerator Sunday night, that Monday we actually can't start our new fitness regimen. And that's just not true. The moment that you feel as if you are ready to start is the very best day to start. That goes for if you're trying to eat better, stop smoking, curse a little less, consume content in moderation, or start working towards your habits and goals. Whenever your body is telling you that you are ready for a change, you've got to listen. That moment is the perfect time to start. And it's going to take you creating small, sustainable habits in order to reach your physical goals. Don't try to start today with going for 10,000 step walks. Even though I know you see all the girlies on the internet doing it, but if you've never done 2,000 steps, let's just start there. I also highly suggest that you download my free habit tracker so that you can start to identify the habits that you want to create that align with your physical goals that are going to help you to create the lifestyle that you desire. Yes, although I have lost a substantial amount of weight, I've lost and I've gained, then I lost. And it wasn't until I identified that my habits were holding me back that I was actually able to make true sustainable change. During this season, you have got to prioritize your rest, recovery, and invest in your mental wealth. Number 2 is that we want to build momentum in our professional growth. You are going to have to shift your mindset to believe that you can learn new things. You can do hard tasks. Life has not left you behind. Using technology just isn't that hard. And that whatever product, service, skill, speech, podcast, YouTube channel, book, journal, nonprofit, or bundt cake recipe that lives inside of you is worthy to be developed and gifted to the world. The smallest step that I have learned to start building momentum towards your professional growth and success is to identify your goals using the SMART goal method. I use this example all of the time. If your goal is to start a business and you want to sell a athleisure wear. Using the SMART goal method, you're going to be able to break down exactly how you're going to be able to reach that goal by getting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely goals that are going to add clarity to exactly what you want to achieve. You are going to have to get extremely specific about what type of clothes you're going to create, who is your target market, how are you going to speak to your customer, when are you going to release it, the action items it's going to take in order to actually launch your product, and the milestones along the way that you're going to make sure that you meet. But if you just say that I want to start an athleisure wear line and you don't get specific about exactly what you want to do and when you want to do it by, the probability of it living as a dream inside of your mind is extremely great. In order to build momentum towards your professional goals, you are going to have to break down that goal into smaller action items. I already know that you deserve that promotion, but you're going to have to take action steps in order to show everyone else that you're qualified. You're going to need to update your resume. You're going to actually need to apply for the job. You're going to need to be prepared for the interview process. You're going to need to fail and decide that you're going to try again. You're going to need to surround yourself with a support group that are going to be rooting for you and praying for you while you're on this journey. You're going to have to prioritize gratitude and meditation. You're going to have to get comfortable with using affirmation and spiritual text to encourage and inspire yourself. You're going to have to identify what motivates you and lean deeper into that action in order to find and build the momentum that you need in order to reach your professional goals. This is the perfect time for you to seek mentorship or an accountability coach to help you to stay focused on your ambitious goals. Number 3 is building momentum toward your spiritual growth goals. This one can be very difficult because a spiritual journey, like most other journeys, have extreme highs and lows. I have been on a spiritual journey for many years, and I feel like there are seasons of my life where God keeps me on my knees. That season is filled with grief, setbacks, disappointments, failures, sadness, depression, and an insurmountable amount of anxiety. But what I have found is that no matter how low the low could be in your spiritual walk, it is building the momentum that you need for the highs in your journey. And when it's time to be in your mountaintop season, you're going to have that same fire and intention as you did when you were down there in the valley. That is why it is imperative to make a habit of spending dedicated time in prayer and meditation with God. I say all the time that prayer is our opportunity to speak to God, while meditation is our opportunity to listen. I've read some of your comments about meditation and how hard it can actually be to keep your mind focused for 1, 2, 5, 10 minutes in deep meditation. But starting small is how you build momentum. Set your timer to just 1 minute. And after you have prayed, decide that you're going to spend 1 moment in just clear meditation with God. Ask Him to speak to you during that time that you set aside, and also ask for Him to turn off all of the mental distractions that keep us away from intentional meditation. If you find it difficult to meditate, this is the perfect time to pull out that journal that you bought from TJ Maxx a few seasons ago and actually open it and utilize the pages. Writing letters to God and telling Him the things that are on your heart is an amazing way to get out the thoughts and feelings that you have that sometimes you have a difficult time articulating. There's something that is so cathartic about taking the ideas in your mind, letting them run through your body, out your fingertips, and onto a piece of paper. It's as if those feelings no longer live inside of your body. If you've never tried prayer or gratitude journaling before, this has been a complete game changer for me and has helped build and sustain the momentum in my spiritual growth journey. I love listening to gospel or inspirational music, reading spiritually guided books that help challenge my thoughts, and surrounding myself with like-minded individuals that are going to help elevate my mindset. If one of your goals this year is to be intentional about building momentum spiritually, you're going to have to practice mindfulness to stay present and connected to your purpose. And the last area of growth where we would love to build momentum and reach our ambitious goals is when it comes to our personal growth and development. I don't know about you, but I've got some major goals for this year, and a lot of them have to do with my personal growth. If I grow personally, it tends to lean into all of the other areas of my life that I want to develop. Being more self-aware and compassionate has shifted my mindset when it comes to achieving any of my other goals. I've been able to identify my limiting beliefs and the negative self-talk that stands in the way of me showing up for myself each and every day. One way that I have found that has tremendously helped me to build momentum momentum towards my personal goals is actually looking at my vision board after I've created it. Staying connected to your purpose and your why, reviewing my 90-day goals weekly, and celebrating the small wins along the way has helped me to be able to track my progress and make the adjustments that I need in order to build true sustainable momentum. There's something so empowering about writing out your habits and shading in those little boxes every single day that you show up for yourself and work towards that habit. If your habit is making the bed, drinking less coffee, drinking more water, going to the gym, cussing a little less, getting dressed and wearing makeup every single day, or practicing a morning or evening routine, having a visual representation of every single day you're able to tick the box and say that you showed up for yourself is a complete game changer. Identifying ways that you're going to practice self-care is honestly the highest form of self-respect. If you want to see true sustainable momentum towards your personal goals, start showing up for yourself. Start dressing a little differently. Start leaning into your hobbies. Start surrounding yourself with individuals who have similar goals and aspirations as you do. Set healthy boundaries that protect your energy and focus. Ensure that your cup is completely full so that you can pour from your overflow into others. Investing in therapy and coaching are just a few ways that you start building momentum towards your personal growth goals that are sure to affect any of the other 3 areas that I've already covered. You start practicing healthy boundaries, watch how that levels you up professionally. You start making a habit of self-care, watch how it spills into your physical health goals. And when you start tracking your progress and affirming yourself every single day, there's something so spiritual about practicing compassion and self-awareness that help you to stay on top of all of your spiritual growth goals. Listen, sis, I'm not going to gas you and act as if building momentum is something that you can snap your fingers and do today. But I hope that you're able to take some of these small actionable steps that you can start practicing today to start building the momentum that you desire to help you to reach your goals. It takes you being honest with yourself and saying that you've not built momentum in areas that you wanted to grow in the past, forgiving yourself for your past mistakes, and deciding today that today is the very best day to start. Oh, honey, I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I pray that you are well and that you are doing something every single day to reach your most ambitious goals.